I kept dipping in and out of dipping in and out of the frequencies with the Wi-Fi. So I'm now back. So we could call this part 4. So if you're watching this one, go back and watch the other 2, if the 2 of them have posted. So I was sharing about the antique Tesla healing devices. And I'm going to just use this as a summary to speak about the awe, about what this technology is and what it isn't. Right, so when you get into the antique analog Tesla healing devices, you could be working on different ailments. You know, it could be, you could have an A to Z of ailments that you might go and see the doctor for a diagnosis. So know that the large sets were being used as diagnostics. Hello, welcome. Hi, Jonathan. So the large sets were used as diagnostics for everything that you would go and see a doctor for in the 1900s. But you also might have wanted a small kit. You might have been a sports physiotherapist. You might have been somebody that was just passionate about health. You might have been a mum that wanted the best for her children. These machines were used by everybody. The literature does not lie. The literature is so comprehensive. The Germans wrote books like that on high frequency. So this was a really important something that was going on in Germany, in France, in Czechoslovakia, Europe, Japan, America, Britain, Belgium. We're all at it. So during the pandemic, I had to build anti-nano devices because folks were becoming magnetic, folks were concerned about spike, and while people were talking about biological things, in our small community of insurgents, our small community of disruptive iconoclasts, we realised that we were no longer dealing with a pathology. Hey, California. I love California. I lived at a ranch in San Diego for about a month. It was amazing. I loved it. It was so good. I love California. I hung out on Venice Beach for a bit. I love it. I went to Orlac. I went to Jubb's Longevity restaurant. I love California. I went to Ozone. I really connected to my Afghan grandmother in California. I love America. Anyway, back to the broadcast. So there is a lot of trickery today. And so when you have your own antique Tesla healing device, you could look at it from a 1919 perspective, or you could fast forward and go, well, what are we dealing with today? So today is very different to 1919. We're now in a post-truth world, a post-human world, a time where where everything's become very digitalized. So really being able to discern the good stuff from the ugly stuff and the bad stuff, because a lot of people, it's not their fault, are trapped in the ugly. They're trapped in the bad. They sometimes think they're trapped in the good, which is less than good, because there's trickery behind it, which makes it really ugly. So it's really important to navigate. And as a father, this is what I'm doing. As a father, for me, my children, my family. And there's a wider perspective. 1, they're beautiful antiques. 2, they remind us of the greatness that we all come from. 3, they're built to last. They're strong. You know, the focus is strength, health and beauty. They add oxygen to the cells. The literature, like some of the machines say on them things that will just like blow your mind. You're like, wow, they were able to celebrate that. They were able to say things. Like, imagine being able to say, this can heal this, without being sort of bashed down by authoritarian bureaucrats because they want the lion's share in profiteering from you being ill and you having a diagnosis. Ooh, I've got to stop a minute. There's some really beautiful blackberries in this thorn tree. I should pick them. I should pick them. I hope you don't mind. Are they okay to eat? I always find berries in a tree are the best. Ash, oak and thorn. As long as there's ash, oak and thorn, there is much more than hope. Oh, that was good. I ate berries all the way down, and I ate berries all the way back up. So my machines are used as diagnostic. They are used in prestigious clinics in Dubai. They use them every day. The machines can only be used for 6 minutes because they're small units. They're not large units that can go for hours. You have to allow them to cool down. They support all things around cellular health. What is cellular health? What is the metabolism? And these are a perfect fit into that question. What is the metabolism? What is cellular health? And this can really play an important part in your education to empower you in what is cellular health? What is metabolism? And what things can I use that may support these ideas? May the force be with you. And I think you might be really impressed by this. Like, I come in now, and it's always nice when I've been out to go straight to my machine and use it over your liver, maybe use it on your neck, and just use your machine. And then if you want to, you can jump in the bath. If you've got nice water in your bath, you can throw in some salts, and before you jump in the bath, maybe use your anti-nano triangle for about 10-15 minutes. You know, 6 minutes on the machine, 10-15 minutes with your triangle, and then jump into a hot bath that's got loads of salts in there, like your grey salt, your magnesium Epsom salt, your trisodium phosphate, your essential oils, and you just feel good. Because it's all about staying inside your comfort zone. Because when you go out, and you're out there in The Walking Dead, it's really important to get back into your comfort zone, isn't it? Because, you know, my salt mix that I make is like an anti-slime mix. There's a lot of slime out there. There's a lot of people that are just brainwashed by fake news and fake media and fake propaganda and, you know, this party and that party and war here and war there. It's all just a distraction. It's all just a load of smoke and mirrors. And nobody really cares. You know, nobody cares. The people that are waving their flags, they don't care. You know, tomorrow they'll be waving the flag for the next thing. Nobody really cares. If people really cared, if people really genuinely cared, then it would all be, we'd have an end to all of it, and we'd be in a better world, wouldn't we? We'd be in a much better world, rather than this slave, hive mind, Metatronic kind of craziness that we've sort of ended up in. But it is what it is. So we have to remain focused. We have to sharpen the sword and maintain our focus. And all I know is working with the antique Tesla healing devices, the anti-nano triangles. I haven't made a bucket for ages. The salts, the essential oils, being there to rise people up in our little community, in our little messenger group, help people, empower them, to help people. It really enriches my life. I was doing a lot with metabolism first with superfoods about 10 years ago. And I was switching people's metabolism on, and they were making change. And, you know, and it was good. And so everything is an extension of that service. You take the I out of illness, you replace it with we, what does it become? Wellness. So my whole protocol of power is to empower you with these ideas. Great ideas. So, and what I was saying then was, it actually makes me feel good. So there's actually an element of selfishness, because it's all part of me doing something that makes me feel good, because I know it makes other people feel good. So that's a positive effect for me. I can keep moving forward with my goals. My machines are never ever. I had some idiot say to me, oh, you sell the machines because you're broke. I'm like, no, I sell the machines because it's my side hustle, it's my hobby, it's my passion, and it works. if it works, I'm not going to not do it, am I? I love things that work. So I'm going to keep doing this, but my focus is on my trading. My focus is on, this is part of my self-employed journey, but it's never going to get me to where I need to go because they're antiques and there's only so many of them. And, you know, that's it. It's not going to get me a piece of land for my family. It's a beautiful idea, but it's not going to do that. I need to focus on my trading and keep moving forward. Anyway, I hope you're well. I was asked a question and I thought, well, it was a great question. Every time I do a live, I've usually been asked a really good question. So, or I'm investigating something and I'm like, well, what, like the nicotine. I'm like, well, yeah, there is something for the nicotine, but that's for biology. You can't use herbs for our biology. And you try and talk to most of these people now that go, nicotine breaks self-assembly. That's like saying, oh, it's okay, I'll just go and get jabbed. It's okay, I can smoke. It's okay, I'll get run over by a bus tomorrow. It's like, no, that's the wrong way to look at it. You can't use nature, which is now covered in synthetic biology, with technology. You need some kind of technology when you're working with technology. Nanu. You need an anti-nano, or you need a EMP, or a Wimhurst machine, or a Van de Graaff generator, or an electric fence. You need to be able to, you could just do Qigong. You can do Qigong and things like that. I like to do everything. I love technology. So I love the great in technology, the great in food, the great in medicine. Because if you think about it, it should all be great anyway. Shouldn't have to need any of these organic standards and biodynamic stupid standards. It should all be that anyway. You leave a farmer to become a great farmer. Before he knows it, you tell him what biodynamics is. You're like, oh, well, you were biodynamic and you didn't even know it. You're a platinum standard homesteader doing things the best version of yourself. That just makes a better chicken, it makes a better egg, it makes a better duck, makes a better duck egg, which makes a better pie, which makes a better custard, makes a better ice cream. You've just got the best, because you're worth the best. Anyway, so with that said and done. If you missed the last two, I was going in the ups and downs of the valleys. So sorry about that. So I was asked some questions about the antique Tesla healing devices. If you would like an antique Tesla healing device, you're welcome to come into our little messenger group where you can be around like minds and hearts, where we're sharing all kinds of ideas, be it cymatics, be it water, be it Masaru Emoto, be it the violet ray machines, be it the Analogue technology, the Tony Pantalleresco wisdom, whatever. If someone asks me a question, I tend to share it in the group because I think that no question is a bad question when framed correctly. I think that's important. I think we've all got questions. We've always got a question that we're working with. If we're a deep human being, if you're a deep soul, which you probably all are, we all are, aren't we? All right, anyway, thanks for watching. Brother Zish, love to California. Jonathan, if you're still here. Love from Wales. Life is good. I can't complain. I'm almost home now. I'm going to smoke my little cigarette the rest of my walk. You are in Wales, California. Love to California. You are in Wales. Sending you, I think I might listen to some Red Hot Chili Peppers when I get home. Maybe I'll listen to some Under the Bridge. Or maybe I'll put on Maroon 5 and just be happy that people are just celebrating love. Woohoo! Brother Zish, from my heart to yours.